Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Monat March Madness and a different background. Can you believe it? Yes, I moved from one side of the office over to the other one where there is a lot more happening in the background. I hope it's not too overwhelming. I'm testing this out. I'm filming 3 videos today, but some of you said, you know what, looking at a blank wall is not that interesting, and I agree with you. I ordered some pictures from my beautiful city, from Berlin. You cannot really see them, but that's fine. I know they're there. And I wanted to mount them into the wall on the other side of the office, and it's a freaking stone wall, and I was not able to do it, and I'm not going to hang them with weird power strips because they always fall. So I decided I'm just going to move filming from one side of the office to the other because I have to move my desk around and I remove all of my work utensils anyway, so I can also just move the desk over here. We will see how this is doing, how this is going. There might be a little bit too much happening in the background, and I'm just sitting in front of my DVDs because, yes, I still have actual DVDs and actual books, all the things that I personally like to watch. I like to have them physically available. I don't trust streaming services, which is ironic as somebody who works in the media industry. I want to have the things at hand I want to watch, and I don't want to pay for an additional service or trust that they have the rights to the content. This is a very weird, lengthy intro, and to make it even weirder, some of you said, you care about my plant. She's here. Can you see her? She's residing on this side of the office. Back to the actual topic. It is still Monat March Madness, and this is yet again another gem. I do have other videos I have already filmed, so the background will also switch back to the boring one, to the plain wall, as well as I'm experiencing this and experimenting with this setup. There will be changes in the background until all of these have been edited and until I've been able to upload them. But this is something I wanted to do specifically for Monat March Madness because it's a gem. This is a monthly Monat call, a leadership call held by Monat Corporate. Ugh, I know, icky, but it's the devil. We gotta push through. This is a call that happens every single month where a so-called leader, a success story within the company, speaks on a specific topic. And in this case, it is about building business relationships. Kendall, who is in the top 10 people in the company, is talking about this topic. But as Monat actually says it's not really about building relationships, but about how you can recruit more people. That is what Monat says this call is about. Their words, not mine. So let's watch these lessons in leadership, how you can build business relationships, although we know already it's just about recruiting people. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Lessons in Leadership call. So Lessons in Leadership really came from a place as we thought about it. I know I have new people on this call because you just shared your people are here for 1 week and they're in Lessons in Leadership. One of the things that's so important at Monat is your personal development and your professional development and how we can pour into you as a community from some of the most inspirational, brilliant minds that we have as leaders of this company. I truly believe that our leaders, they are a standard above leaders that you may find outside of Monat. And they not only are hardworking, but they are willing to share their success with anyone who's going to listen, whether it's someone in their downline, whether it's someone in their sideline, or whether it's someone halfway across the world and not connected to them at all. It is true. It is just this group environment, this community that really sets us apart here at Monat. So
yeah, because you have to. The leaders have to speak to other people because they're only the leaders because they have the biggest team and they need to pitch this consistently. Because an open mouth is an open business. You always need to create new relationships. It sounds like a cult already and not like a legitimate business, but let's do this. Let's get actually started here.
We are thrilled that you've taken the time to join us today. And as we looked at 2024, we said, you know, we've had some outside speakers that have poured into this community over the last number of years. And what we recognized and what we heard was that our people love to hear from our people. people who have built massive businesses, have impacted thousands of people's lives, and really can show you how to be successful in this business. And so I've always truly believed that the only person standing in your way of success is you. There are people out there who have already done this. And if you just follow what they do, if you have the number of conversations that they have, you will be successful as well. And so this is an exciting year for us. We are having an exciting month. I can't help but talk about MMPs before we dive into our guest speaker today. We have 260 new MMPs already in the month of February. And we've recognized that if you want to grow with this business, if you're a market partner, and we know there's new market partners on this call, get to MMP as fast as you can. There's a 2+4 formula that makes it really simple to understand. Tap into our Eric Warre calls on Mondays. Tap into your upline leader, your director, and say, hey, put your hand up. I want to be an MMP. Apparently, that's the place to be if you want to grow your business. And not only becoming an MMP, but then teaching others how to become MMPs too, is truly so fundamental. It's like building your strong foundation of being a successful market partner and a leader, and really able ultimately to make a difference in the lives of others. So
260 MMPs in February. Just to give you some context, MMP is short for Managing Market Partner. That is a rank in Monat. And that sounds not too shabby, right? 260 people are at the MMP rank, except that this is the second rank in the company from the bottom. So it's not that impressive. When you join Monat, you are an MP, a market partner, and MMP is the one rank above that. MMPs must have 300 PV personal volume per month. That is product they themselves need to sell to customers, or you can also buy these conveniently. And then you have to have 2 recruits. And that is why it is such an important rank, because it is the first recruitment rank. And then you also have to have a group volume of 1,200. I would say that this is really low-hanging fruits if we're already praising the second rank from the bottom on a leadership call. How many people have left Monat that you need to praise that 260 people in February were able to rank up to the second rank? Also, I'm speaking more loudly now because people above and below me are vacuuming. I'm filming this ironically on International Women's Day, which is a local holiday in Berlin. Yes, I'm really excited. And it's noisy, okay? City's also on strike. That's why lots of people are not able to do a lot. Just saying. If I'm speaking more loudly, it is not because I'm annoyed with you. It is because I need to speak over my neighbors. Thank you.
Super excited to introduce you to today's speaker. Today's speaker is going to be sharing with you all about building relationships with your new market partners. And we are in a relationship building business. It is vital to what we do. And so this senior executive director is a go-getter. She has young children. She has a very busy life. And yet what she does for her business, I watch her on stories. I've had the opportunity to listen to her and to chat with her. And it is incredible what she has achieved. So she is a global top earner. So I don't know if you have seen our new monthly top achievers email. And I say new because we added a couple of categories for the month of January. So it just came out this week. We added the top 100 global income earners. Really big deal to get your name on that list. And I hope that many of you aspire to have your name on that list one day. If you do aspire to have your name on the top 100 global income earners list, drop a 1 in the chat. That someday your name is going to be there. If your name already is there and you're on this call, drop a 5 in the chat so that we can really recognize your achievements. And so we have the top 100 global income earners. We also have our super sellers. So we added a new bonus in the month of December. It went from our personal volume bonus to our super seller bonus. So it's an increase in percentage. So we added who our super sellers were for January in that email too. So go look at that email, really does. You can see the top achievers in all countries for all kinds of different metrics for your business that are really important for you to look at. And so Kendall Weldon is, in the month of January, was the #9 global income earner. So incredible that you're going to hear from her. She is also an emerging founder. She is an MDC member. She is a gratitude ambassador and so much more. And I am just so thrilled that all of you are going to get to hear from her today. So without further ado, please welcome Kendall Weldon to the call.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to Lessons in Leadership. I am so excited to be here today. You know, I've done hundreds of calls, maybe even 1,000, and I still get nervous every single time, every single time. So I have some notes here in front of me that I'm going to be looking at. But first, I kind of want to tell you a backstory and tell you how I got involved in this business and just a little bit about me. Obviously, I'm a senior executive director, and I have been with Monat now for 7 years. I have 3 kids. I have twin boys and a little girl who is almost 2, and we live in Oklahoma. I actually started out in this business as a hairstylist. I had just got married, and I was working multiple other jobs while I was doing hair. I was babysitting, cleaning houses, waiting tables. I was literally doing everything I could to make extra money. And so I joined this business because I knew the products were incredible. After using them on my clients for a couple of days, they fell in love with it, and I knew I had to jump all in. So fast forward 6 months after joining, I was able to quit my job behind the chair and obviously quit all those other jobs too. And you guys, I just love this company so much. The people running the company, the compensation plan, the products, everything just added up for me when I was looking at this business. Because I was actually in 5 other network marketing companies before this one, and I failed miserably, actually, in all 5 of those companies. So joining a 6th one sounded crazy. My husband was like, "Are you serious? You're joining another company?" But I knew this was different because I was sitting on a gold mine, because it's shampoo and everyone washes their hair, right? So when I explained that to him, he's like, "Oh, duh, like this is a necessity. Everyone needs it, right? Every single person out there can be my customer."
That is this product myth that the Monat people like to spread, that Monat has so consumable problems, yeah. That Monat has so many consumable products because most people will use them, like shampoo. Most people wash their hair, so of course they will buy from you. But it's not. It's a myth because Monat products are way too pricey for what most people want to spend on a freaking shampoo. $30, $40, $50 for one bottle of shampoo. She also said that she was in 5 other MLMs and she was rather unsuccessful. That is something I also hear a lot from the people who are at the top. They were in multiple MLMs before, but finally with Monat they were so successful because the Monat compensation plan is so great and also because the products are so great. But in the end, she was in 5 unsuccessful MLMs, or rather 5 unsuccessful MLM adventures, and now she had good timing and luck. Let's also credit that, but I never hear them say that. She joined 7 years ago, and the products fell into her professional field. I would say that it is likely easier for somebody who starts early in an MLM, who also works in this field as a hairdresser, and then you can pitch that to people who sit in your hairdresser's chair. It gives you some sort of weird, perverted credibility, I would say, and it's a segue to sell the products more easily and also to recruit. And I mean, she was able to sell those after a couple of days, she said. She saw what it did to her customers. Wouldn't you want to test that out a little bit longer? But yeah, of course, it makes sense that she was more successful here because she got lucky and she had convenient timing, and this is what she does as a profession. Therefore, her talking in her everyday business about shampoo makes more sense than it might for others. But joining Monat 7 years ago is the big one in this case for me, because the market was pretty much untapped. Nobody knew what Monat was, and the people were able to rise in the ranks rather quickly, even though it was potentially their 6th MLM. Like I said, we hear that from other leaders as well. These people had luck because of good timing. Now in this day and age, if you Google Monat, you have a lot of people who were in the MLM who said, don't join, here's my experience, here's why it is a scam. And also because people like myself who have never been in Monat say why it's a scam, why it's not a good business opportunity, why there are so many myths floating around about Monat being such a successful MLM when in reality Monat is tanking. She was able to join 7 years ago before market saturation. Now most people probably had somebody pitch the Monat opportunity to them when you live in a country where Monat is live. And she was also able to join before the pandemic, where a lot of people were devastated and they were hoping that multi-level marketing companies would be able to give them an actual income, and they didn't. But now lots of people have moved on. There is a difference between somebody joining 7 years ago and somebody joining now. Not everybody can become your customer. Not everybody wants to buy products from you. That's also a myth. And it's also a myth about the business opportunity, because only the people that are of age are able to join this. That already takes out the children, the elderly, people who are in other MLMs. Then you can also only pitch this to people in 10 countries where Monat is live. In addition to that, lots of people have already left Monat. They got burned by Monat and they don't want to join again. And then you can also not pitch this to other people who are already in other MLMs. So no, you're not pitching this to everybody. Just because everybody washes their hair doesn't mean that everybody will or can potentially become your customer.
It blows my mind still to this day. Like there's still so many people to reach. So today we are going to be talking about building relationships with your market partner and helping people reach that first level of managing market partner, which Marsha was talking about. And it's really popping right now, obviously, to over 260 people that have hit that rank this month. That goes to show you that you can do it too. Whether you've been doing this for 6 months or 5 years, or you just joined and you've been in for 2 days, you can do that this month, you guys. And I'm going to show you exactly how. So drop a 1 in the chat if you have enrolled a new market partner this year in January or February. Drop a 1, okay? Drop a 2 in the chat if you have a prospect right now that could potentially be your market partner. That should be everybody, because we all have prospects, right? So we're going to be talking about building the relationship with your new market partner, you guys, because honestly, that is what this entire business is. It's about building relationships with people, because if you don't have people, you don't have a business. That's exactly what we do every single day. We help people build relationships with them and teach them what we're doing. So before you even start onboarding in this business, you really want to make sure that you're getting on FaceTime with your new market partners or meeting them in person and just getting to know them more, right? Sometimes I meet my new market partners at a coffee shop or for dinner. Honestly, you guys, you're going to be mind blown at this, but I have a girl right now who has been my VIP for 7 years. She just joined in December, the last day of December. And right now she is in her car driving to my house from Missouri, which is 6 hours away, so that we can meet, you guys. Right now she's doing that. She'll be here at 12 o'clock after this call's over. I'm meeting her right here at my kitchen table, and we're going to do exactly what I'm teaching you guys to do today. Is that not insane? That is just, I'm over the moon excited for her.
Yeah, it is insane, because you could have just invited her to this monthly leadership call that you're currently on, and don't let the poor woman drive 6 hours to meet you in person, when she could have just jumped on this call where you're teaching everybody else the same things you're teaching her there. Yeah, that sounds like a great job. But I guess that's what you do when you prep somebody for 7 years, when you have somebody as a customer for 7 years and finally they said, yes, I'm going to join your team. Then you have to sink your claws into them and make sure that they don't leave again. And additionally, she also said the person joined on the last day of December. She's already, despite her being a leader and a success story in this company, she's already setting this person up for failure because you don't recruit somebody on the last day of the month. Why? Because it is not about the person you recruit, but it is about you, because you need to hit your goals and you need to fulfill what you need to fulfill. If it was about the recruit, you would say, don't join on the last day of December, join on January 1st. That way you have 3 full months to participate in Smart Start. If you join on December 31st, that month is already over and you only have 2 more months. When you're in Smart Start, you have the ability to make more money via bonuses, and it is a way to pretend that people are actually able to make a substantial income. It is not substantial, it is not something that people can continue to do, but you can take advantage of bonuses in your first 3 months. So in a way to rob your former VIP customer of that opportunity for an entire month, that already robs them of the opportunity to be truly successful when you could have just said join in January 1st, and you're good to go.
So let me get back to my notes. Okay, so the other day I had a new market partner come to my house, and basically I needed to onboard her, right? And so she said, I have 30 minutes to do this. I have to go to the gym, and then I'm going to go home. And so I gave her a list of things to do, not a big list, because I didn't want her, to get overwhelmed. But we started, sorry, I'm losing my notes. Okay. So what I wanted her to start doing is reaching out to people. Okay. So that was the main thing that I focused on when she came over to my house and we met up. So just building the relationship with them, getting to know who they are, why they're doing this business. And honestly, when we sat there and talked, she opened up and told me exactly why she needed this business, right? Things that I didn't know before she had joined me. She told me why she needed the money. She told me why she needed this business. And that's going to help me lead her and remind her why she needs to do this. Okay. Because there's going to be ups and downs in people's businesses, their belief. And so getting to know them, building the relationship, and understanding why they're doing this, that's going to help you remind them, right, that they need to do this. So it's so important, you guys, so important. So it's just super important that you do this. And it's something that I've always done in my business, whether it's FaceTime or get face-to-face with them, talking to them shows them that you really care. And honestly, not every market partner that you guys enroll are going to want to do this.
Know your recruits why they need the money, why they want to do the business, so that you can pressure them into staying longer, in my opinion, would be a more accurate description. It is not necessarily about helping others. It is about having more control over your recruits so that they stay longer on your team and so that you can profit of them longer as well. It is about having control over them so that they're not able to leave the team that easily and to leave you specifically that easily. I'm not saying you cannot leave, but your kids would be really, really disappointed because you told me you joined this business for them, right? To create a better future for them. I mean, it's totally up to you, but I can only imagine that your kids would be really, really disappointed if you left now, but it's totally your choice.
Some of them are going to ghost you. Maybe they need to try the products for a while and build their testimony, and that's totally fine. Honestly, sometimes I have people sign up as a VIP customer first because that's what makes them feel more comfortable so that they can try the products, and then they end up joining as a market partner down the road. Like I said, that girl was a VIP, the one who's driving here, for 7 years, you guys. And I obviously stayed in contact with her as my VIP customer. But now she's a market partner and she's ready to run, and she could be my next senior executive director.
And that is why a customer in an MLM is never just a customer. It's always a potential recruit, and because the Huns make more money of potential new recruits, or rather the actual recruits they were able to recruit, you will not just be a customer. You will always be somebody they try to pitch and lure into the MLM.
So, it's just important to keep following up with them. And not all market partners that you sign up are going to jump on FaceTime. They don't always do that with me. Like I said, sometimes people ghost you. Okay, let's go here. So what's important, sorry, back to my notes. So what's important for you to know is not to get discouraged whenever a new market partner doesn't run right away, right? That's exactly what's happening with this girl. I didn't get discouraged. I stayed in contact with her, and look at her now. So a lot of people just need that belief before they can decide they want to run. And some people will jump on the phone with you and haven't even tried the products yet. And, you know, they're already signing up VIPs and market partners. It just depends on the person that you enroll, and not every single market partner is going to be the same. So just don't get discouraged. So let's talk about why building this relationship with the market partner is so important. The main thing that you're doing when you're building the relationship with a new market partner is you're building trust. Okay. Trust is the most important thing because this business is built on relationships. So they need to understand that you're in this for the long haul and that you are treating this like a business and that you know what you're doing, right? People want to join people who know where they're going and know what they're doing. So because if they don't know that you're taking this serious like a business, then they're not going to be all in with you. They need a leader to lead them, and they need to know that you treat this like a business. So if you're new in this business, I don't want you to feel like you can't do this business if you don't have experience, okay? What's so great about this business is you can learn while you go, and you can teach other people, you know, while you are learning at the same time. So don't let it stop you from building a team.
Yeah, because recruitment, we can say this word at least once on this call, is the way for you to be able to reach the top of the company in Monat. It is not sales, it is recruitment. But since everybody can join Monat, you might not be a hair care professional like she was, and you might not have in-depth knowledge about the field of product that you're actually selling. And that's where a lot of the times the misinformation in MLM starts, and it also gets passed down to the ones who have no clue about the actual products, about hair care or about skincare, from example, and it gets passed down from the all-knowing leaders who often also don't have a clue about the company's products and how to be a professional salesperson and how to be knowledgeable about the actual products that you sell. But you're good to go as long as you're able to pretend you treat this like a business, even though you don't want to run and you have no clue what you're talking about. And that, in my opinion, is always the desired outcome, no matter what the recruit wants. It is not about the person who is being recruited and what they want, but it is about the recruiter and what they want. Because in the end, you always want to recruit somebody who takes this seriously, who wants to make this their business. That's always what they're insinuating or what they hope their recruits want, who works 24/7 so that the upline can make a lot more money in the wishes and in the hopes that they will be as successful as their uplines. That's why they need to treat it like a business. That's why they need to pitch it 24/7, stay in contact with a lot of customers, try to recruit a lot of people, turn eventually those customers into recruits as well. And that is money, and that is an outpour where you're pouring into people that always goes to your team's benefit, to your upline's benefit, so that your upline can make more money and so that your upline can grow their team. That is always the essential and desired outcome.
When I very first joined, I acted like a leader literally right away, you guys, because in my first week, I had my first event, my first wine and wash, and I hit managing market partner, okay, which is what everyone should be going for this month. I had 2 market partners on my team that were expecting me how to show them how to do this business. And I didn't wait until I had a huge team to start training people. I was figuring it out, and I was showing them what I was doing, and how I recruited them is how they're going to recruit their other people, right? It's monkey see, monkey do. So, it's as simple as that, you guys. It really doesn't get more complicated than that. And if you're recruiting someone, you can teach them to recruit someone. So let's talk about the power of listening. When you're talking to your new market partner, it's so important for you to listen, because you can give your new market partner too much information and they can get overwhelmed and they're going to get stressed out and not know where to start. So by you just asking simple questions, which I'm going to give you the simple questions in just a second, there'll be a slide that will pop up. You're going to ask them these questions, and then these questions are going to get them talking. And this is the first step in the power of listening and building trust with you. So the first slide is going to pop up, and I want you guys to screenshot it. So if you're a new market partner on this call and you haven't started building a team yet, these are some questions that you are going to ask your new market partner. Okay. Okay. Some questions that I asked my new market partner are: number one, how much money do you need to make a month? Do we have those slides? I don't know if you guys can see the slides. Let me know in the chat. Okay, how much money do you need to make a month? Number two, no slides yet. Okay, they're coming, I promise. How much time do you need, or how much time do you have each week to put into this business? Number three, how many months are you willing to do that, to put in that much time to make that much money? There's the slides, you guys. Okay, go ahead and screenshot this. How much money do you need to make? How much time do you have each week to put into this business? And how many months are you willing to do that? So what I want to know and what I'm listening for when I'm asking these questions is, do they believe in their self? Because if someone says, oh, $100 a month, you know what I mean? It's like, you can make more than that. Like, do you not believe that you can? Right? So are they all in? Do they think they can do this? Do they want to do this as a side hustle? Do they want to do this full time? Do they want to quit their job? Do they want to keep their job? What is it that they're really wanting out of this?
What if they just want to make $100 per month and not more? I would argue in this case, the power of listening is to listen to what your recruit has to say and then to twist it to your very own needs, to twist their needs to fit your own. A market partner with the goal of making $100 per month, not that that is that controllable as the Hans always try to let us know in an MLM, is not really benefiting their upline that much. Probably someone who wants to sell a couple of products occasionally here or there. Maybe they don't want to recruit. Maybe they're just the kidnappers. So they want the products for a little bit less. They want to get them at a discounted price. So I believe that that is a person that doesn't benefit their upline much. And I would also like to know if you have somebody who joins your team with that idea, $100 a month, do you also teach them that they need to make more than that because they're independently contracted salespeople? And that means they need to make more money because the money you make potentially is before taxes and before expenses. And in the end, if you end up with $100 per month, that is very likely revenue, not profit. So if somebody wants to make $100 profit, you need to make a lot more. Let's just go with that $100 example because she mentions it. That would be $1,200 per year. And according to Monat's US income disclosure statement from 2022, you would have to hit at least the third rank to achieve that, something only 1.76% have managed to do in 2022. That excludes most people in the company already. If you're supposed to join the conferences, buy the products, pay the taxes, you will likely have to make more to make a profit of $100.
And that's kind of going to help me determine how much money they need to make. And it shows me if they believe that they can do this. So you want them to like unload it all on you and let you know why they're doing this business. So these 3 questions are going to help you determine where they're at in their headspace. And it's really showing you how much they believe in themselves and how far they think they can take this business, basically. Then I'm going to teach them how to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is send them a link to my boards. Now, if you're like, what's boards? I don't know what that is. It's okay. You totally do not need to know what boards is, but that is what I use for my team. just check with your upline and maybe they have boards for you, or your upline, just ask around and someone I'm sure has boards, or you can probably get the link to my boards. Okay. I know it's floating around everywhere out there. Okay. So, you can also use the onboarding checklist in your back office. If you don't want to use boards, that's perfect, you guys. Don't feel like you need to have boards to be successful. You can use the onboarding checklist in the resource library.
Say boards or you guys one more time. You could count that in this video and then comment down below. That would be a full-time job in itself. With the boards, you guys.
Okay, so if you're coaching a new market partner, or if you are a new market partner on this call and you want to get to MMP, the most important thing you can do is get into action. So we're going to focus on the next 2 steps to get your market partners really working. Okay. And I'm not ready for that slide yet. Okay. Okay. So this month, for example, I had a new market partner, Carrie. She has already hit managing market partner. Then she hit associate market builder, and you guys, she is going to jump right over market builder and hit managing market builder. And she just started this month. Okay.
Okay. To give you some context on what she just said here, she means that a person was able to hit MMB, managing market builder, and the person has been able to recruit 4 people, and 2 out of these 4 people were also able to recruit 2 people. This is so important for people to participate and to hit that rank and to recruit people who also recruit people, because that way you're able to participate in the Smart Start and you have additional money, or actually money coming in the beginning, before people will start to leave their teams, before they will see what the reality in Monat actually looks like, and before the recruitment engine dies down, when they already plowed through their warm markets, when they have pitched this to everybody and their mother and their mother's dog and their dog's cat's mother's great aunt's uncle, 3rd grade, whatever teacher. Once you have plowed through this warm market of yours, it will not be easier for you to start and recruit. And that way you have to reach out to people you don't know yourself. In a year from now, or even in a quarter from now, that might look completely different. And the person will very, very likely drop in ranks because it is not sustainable. But in the beginning, when you reach out to people you know, you need to make use of that in order to see some money coming in and in order for yourself to believe that you can do it.
So this is all from doing these little things that I'm going to tell you. So whenever you sign up a new market partner, you want to give them a task, because most people are used to being an employee and they're used to being given a checklist, right? So that is often familiar and comfortable for them, for you to give them a checklist. So this is exactly what you're going to do for your new market partners. The very first thing you're going to have them do, or you're going to do, is build a contact list. You're going to write down every single person, or they're going to write down every single person that they know. Okay. Go through your Facebook, go through your Instagram, go through your contact list. Basically I tell them everyone with a heartbeat goes on the list, because you know that everyone washes their hair. And if they're bald, you guys, they need the oil, they need skincare. Maybe they wear makeup, or they take wellness products. Every single person can use these products. And we know every single person needs this business too. So I have them start writing everyone's name down with a pen and paper. And the girl that's driving to my house right now, 6 hours away, that's what I told her to come to this meeting with, is a list of 100 people. So that is your goal. Get 100 people on your list. Okay.
And she could have learned all of this on this very call, not driving 6 hours to Kendall, and learn that in her kitchen.
So if you're a brand new market partner and no one is on your team yet, this is what you're going to do. And if you have market partners, you're going to teach them to do this. So I tell them to shoot for 100 people, like I said, because honestly, you know more people than you think you do. And just because you're not talking to these people every single day, you're still going to say something to them. So now, sometimes I'm relaunching a market partner. So if you're here in this business and you need a little reboot, you want to start by rebuilding your list. Remember that your list is the most valuable asset, you guys. It's living and breathing. You're adding people to it every single day. So we've got two different kinds of people depending on where you're at and two different kinds of reach out messages. So on this next slide, after you've got your list built, this is what you're going to say. This is an example for you reaching out to your warm market. Your warm market means people that you talk to, acquaintances, people that you know, right? Because in this, it's saying, I love and trust you. So think about those people that you love and trust. Okay. So screenshot this, you guys. This is what you're going to say. Obviously, this isn't going to be sent to like people you went to high school with or people you haven't talked to since high school. So just keep that in mind. All right. So you're going to say, hey, you're someone I love and trust so much, and I really want your opinion. I started this new business and our products are naturally based, vegan, anti-aging hair care and skincare. And I'd really love to get these products in the hands of people that I love, or hands of people I trust that would be willing to give me their honest opinion of the products. Would you be willing to try the products for me? Most people are going to say yes, because this message works, you guys. This is how my girl Carrie is almost managing Market Builder. She is using actually the next one that I'm going to show you in just a second. There's another reach out message. So this is if you're brand new or if you're new and people really don't know that you do Monat. Okay, this is the message that you're going to send. So whenever they respond and they say, sure, I'd love to, you're going to say, I'm so appreciative. Thank you. I'm going to send you a short quiz. If you fill this out and send it back, I will determine what products are best for you. Or just actually don't say send it back, because sometimes I send a screenshot that's like a little quiz, but you're going to use the quiz in your back office, and I'm going to tell you how to find that. So every single one of you has a back office, right? And every single one of you has your own Monat quiz in the back office. So at the top right-hand corner, that's where you're going to find the Monat quiz after you log in at mymonat.com. You're going to copy the link to that Monat quiz and you're going to send it to them, and they're going to fill it out. And then the results are going to go to your back office email. Okay. So whenever you're at the top and you log into your back office, you're going to click tools, and then you're going to see email, and that's where your results are going to be. And it'll tell you who filled it out. So you'll know whose results belong to who. So now if you've been a market partner for a little while, I want you to look at this next slide. This is reach out language number 2. This is what you're going to say. So you've been in for a while, and this is what you're going to say to people. Hey, Susie, or hey, Sarah, or whatever the name is. Obviously, you know that I do Monat, but I need a favor. I'm looking for some hair models, so I'm curious, would you be willing to try the products for 90 days and give me some before and after pictures? Yeah, can we go to the third slide or the next slide? Yep, there's the response. You guys screenshot this really quick while it's here. And then the next slide. Okay. Nope, back. We need to go back. We need reach out number 2. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that again if you guys want to write it down. Hey, Sarah, obviously you know I do Monat, but I need a favor. I'm looking for some hair models, so I'm curious, would you be willing to try the products for 90 days and send me some before and after pictures? Okay. When they respond, you're going to say the same thing. I'm so appreciative. I'm going to send you my quiz link, fill it out, and I will get back to you with what products are best for you. So once your network starts responding and you're getting these hair quiz results and you're helping them determine what products are best for them, I start by building and sending a cart for them to enroll as a VIP customer. You guys are going to get VIP customers from this, you guys.
I find that misleading though, or rather the messages around that, I find that rather misleading, because the expectation is for people in your warm market, people you know, to buy products from you as a VIP customer. But with the terminology used here, would you be willing to help me out? Do me a favor. I love and trust you so much and I really want your opinion. I would be under the impression that you give me those products for free. You either pay for these or you gift me these because you want some sort of testimonial from me, which does not work, of course, when you are a market partner and you have to pay for your first testimonials and you have to pay for the products that you actually need to sell to people so that you're able to make somewhat of an income. But it would be disappointing for me, I would say. I mean, clearly you cannot do that as a market partner if you have to pay for the products yourself, because that means that you will end up in debt even quicker. But I would be disappointed after a terminology and a pitch like this that I am expected to pay for the products. Does that make sense? It sounds like I need your help, so let me ship you these products, but not that I should pay for them. I find that misleading.
Whenever you send them the quiz and determine what products are best for them, you're going to build a cart. So don't freak out if you don't know how to do that. It's actually really, really simple to build a cart. Where am I at? Okay, yeah, that is the wrong slide. Hopefully they can go back. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys how to build a cart. So the best way to do it is from a computer, but you guys, you can do it from your phone. I do it from my phone every single day. Sometimes it's a little easier just so you can see all the products, and obviously it's a bigger screen, but you can do it from your phone. So, when they're agreeing to this and they're filling out your quiz, you're enrolling them as a VIP. Now, if people respond and they don't have the money right now, or money is an objection, you guys listen to this, because this is gold right here, what I'm about to tell you. You are going to turn this person into a potential market partner. This is where your potential market partners are going to come from when people tell you that money is an objection, okay? You never just let that be whenever someone says, I don't have the money or I can't afford it. This is when you're going to turn them into a market partner, okay? So here's the really cool part.
Prey on those in financial need. Great, you guys. Great.
About this is you're going to turn the conversation around and you're going to recruit them. You're going to get them and you're going to help them make the money. Literally, you guys, everyone needs this business, okay? If they're telling you they can't afford shampoo, that is a problem. This is when you step in and say, sister, I want to help you. I know that you need this business and I can help you get paid by next Friday, okay? And you can say, you know what? Everyone washes their hair. You need to do this business with me. So here are 3 questions that you are going to ask this person. You're going to say, all right, let me just ask you something. Hypothetically speaking, how much money do you need to make a month if you did this business? How much money do you need to make? These are the questions you're going to ask someone. These 3 questions right here, you're going to ask someone that are on the screen. So screenshot this. If they're telling you they don't have the money. Number 2, how many hours a week could you put into this? And number 3, how many months would you be willing to give this a shot? So what does this sound like? This sounds like onboarding, right? We are pre-onboarding someone who's not even joined as a market partner yet. Okay, you guys, it's so good because it's gold. I'm telling you, it works.
Because a potential customer in a multi-level marketing company is never just a customer, but always a potential future recruit. That's why you're never safe when you buy from an MLM.
So then I repeat every answer that they gave me back to them. And like, if I could show you how to do X, Y, and Z, right? Would they be interested in hearing more? So this is what I say. And this is the next slide. So next slide. If I could show you how to make some additional spending money working 4 hours a week or whatever they say for the next 6 months, would you be willing to take a look at this business? Would you be willing to sit down with me and let me show you how to do that? Okay. Because maybe they answered you on number 2 and they said, I can work 4 hours a week and I'll give it a shot for 6 months. That's how you're repeating this back. Does that make sense? If I could show you how to make some additional spending money working 4 hours a week in the next 6 months, would you be willing to take a look at this business? Why would they say no? There's literally no reason. You're going to show them how to do this, okay?
Because you have to spend at least $200 on a product pack to join Monat. And when money is an objection, you also don't have that money. It is not a smart choice to put that on a credit card and to hope that maybe you will make the money back when you join as a market partner and not just as a customer. It's not a smart financial choice.
So use your own verbiage, but basically you're going to ask them, would you be willing to let me show you how to do that? Because I can show you how to do that. It all goes back to building the relationship and building trust and asking questions and listening. Ultimately, you guys, everything goes back to reaching out and having a contact list. Okay. So I have a few calls to action for you guys to do. And honestly, you guys, if you don't do these things, you can go ahead to the next slide. If you don't do these things, your business isn't going to grow. You have to be in conversation with people. You have to reach out. That's what this business is. An open mouth is an open business. Exactly. Someone just said that in the chat. So your job, okay, is to reach out to 10 people in the next 2 days with these messages. Whether you're a brand new market partner, you use reach out number 1, or you've been doing this a while, you reach out and do reach out number 2. Okay. And make sure you're using your quiz. And if you have my boards, I have quizzes in there that you can use. They're like little screenshots. You can make your own. Basically, you guys, all it says is hair quiz at the top. And it just has like, is your hair fine, thin, frizzy? And they circle what their hair is like. You can do that. Or you can use your Monat quiz. You know what's cool? Okay, my boards is down in the chat. My boards is in the chat. You guys are more than welcome to use my boards. There's no reason why you can't use my boards. I don't care what team you're on, who you're with, no gatekeeping. I update my boards every single month. I'm putting new before and after pictures in there and call recordings. All my trainings are in there. You guys use my boards, okay? If it helps you, use it. A rising tide floats all boats, right? I want everyone here to succeed. I don't care what team you're on, okay? So in the next 2 days, I want you guys to reach out. In the next 2 days, reach out to 10 people. And if you have a new market partner, reach out to them and get on FaceTime with them to get them going and build that relationship. Maybe you've signed someone up and they've just kind of ghosted you. They haven't said much, whatever. Say, hey, I want to get you started. I want to get you to MMP. Let's jump on a FaceTime call today. What time's good for you? Okay, that's what you guys need to do. You got to get face to face. My girl's about to be here. She just drove 6 hours. That's what it takes, you guys. So thank you for having me, Marsha. I'm going to give it back to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for bearing with me, reading my notes and being all nervous. Hopefully I gave you guys some good tips and helped you out. So thank you.
Kendall, thank you so much. Actually, could you keep your screen on for a moment? I just wanted to ask you one more question for the group.
This call goes so well. That's the Monat magic, you guys, everybody. That is the Monat magic. With boards, you guys.
Thank you just for being authentically you. I think it says a lot that, you know, you've been in this business so long, you're a huge success story, and yet still gets nervous speaking in front of people. That is just authentically who you are. And we love that about you. Kendall, what would you say is the best piece of advice you received when you started your business? What was that best piece of advice?
So my best piece of advice that I was given whenever I started my business was treat this like a business. Do not treat it like a hobby, because I wanted to make the amount of money that a business could give you and not a hobby, right? So I knew whenever I was given that advice, I was taking it seriously and I was going to treat this like a business. So
so for everyone who's watching this right now, I want you to think about that. Do you treat your Monat business like a business or like a hobby? And what are your expectations of what you want out of it? Is it a hobby or is it a business? You know, so do a checkup from the neck up and really determine, okay, am I standing in my way of success? And what do I need to do differently? So Thank you, Kendall, for pouring into everybody. I hope you all took screenshots of what she says.
Even better, I took a screen recording and I'm sharing it with all of you. So her biggest takeaway is treat this like a business. But you decide what you want out of Monat, right? Wrong. The expectation from the uplines and the people they will focus on will always be the new recruits who try to sell and recruit and build a big team of their own because it benefits their uplines the most. That is also why you will not hear and see good tips for hobbyists or for the side hustle babes. The expectation is always to recruit as many people and to sell as much product.
What she says is the gold. That is the gold. And become so comfortable saying those things. Those are the lines she uses that brings her success. And so as you continue to say them, you become more and more comfortable. You become more confident in saying them. When you think about building relationship, building trust, listening to them, that's really important in developing and building relationships with your people. We are in a relationship building business. So, okay, I want you all to pop something as a thank you to Kendall. The best thing you can do is take what she said and put it into action in your own business. So I want in the chat now, I want you something that Kendall said that you're going to implement into your business immediately to make a difference. And I'm going to read them out. I see lots of Kendalls. The boards is in there, which is going to be gold for all of you. The boards link, talk to 10 people in 2 days, more reach outs, make my list of 100, contact list, absolutely. Do you want hobby money or business money? The power of listening, contacting the 10 people, meeting face-to-face with a new MP. Treat this like a business. 10 reach outs dailies, that's awesome. Following up with responses to objections. An objection is just a request for more information. If they give you an objection, they haven't said no. If they've given you an objection, you just have to overcome that objection and turn that objection into a yes. Objections is a redirection. Let's go. Conversations. The more conversations that you have, the easier these things will be to say. The easier it'll be just to listen and really help the people that you're talking to realize how this business can make a difference for them by becoming a part of it. So my favorite line that Kendall said was this, and I hope that this is your mantra going forward. I want everyone here to succeed. And that is truly who we are, making a difference in the lives of others. You're not going to want to miss next month's Lessons in Leadership. We will have our 15 million MDC member, Julie Stevens, on with us. And she will be talking about how to create a line of success with duplication. And so I think we are going to drop that link into the chat as well. Yeah, Melly has already dropped that in there. Register today for Julie's call. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you, Kendall, for pouring into this group, and have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.
Oh, I will be there. Julie Stevens is up next. My biggest takeaway from this call is to clearly tell a Monat hun no. If you don't want to try the products and if you don't want to join the business opportunity, don't be overly friendly and find out certain excuses and explanations. It's just a no. I don't want to use the products. I don't want to join. Could you explain to me why? No, none of your business. That, in my opinion, is not rude. It means that you set your boundaries very clearly, because in that case, it is not people who have to try and overcome objections. But then in other calls, we have also learned that a no doesn't necessarily mean no. I mean, at least she sounds like she wants people to be respectful about people telling them no. Others will rather say no just means not right now, which is absolutely disgraceful and not what it should be like. The Huns, in my opinion, are too comfortable to harass people to join their downline. So let's set our boundaries, be assertive, and say very clearly, no, I am not interested, and you're not getting further information. I will be there for the duplication call in March. It will not be a part of Monat March Madness, but I will make a video about this and I will react to this if it's a good call as well. What do you think about this call? About the pitches, about the objections, how to overcome these, and how this person was able to become super successful, and therefore she's now able to teach people on her team who drive 6 hours to meet with her in her kitchen, although she could have just sent no need to do that. Just here's the link. Just watch the lessons in leadership. There's also a recording. You don't even have to watch it the same day. That, in my opinion, would have been the biggest service to the poor person driving all the way to her home. Was this inspirational? Was there any practical new tips? It doesn't sound like this to me, to be honest with you, and that just shows that what worked for your upline doesn't necessarily have to work for you. Because this upline was able to join Monat 7 years ago. And if she has a lot of boards that she hands down to her team and also to other people in Monat, everybody should be successful if they use all of those successful lines and not just this one person who was already able to rank up a couple of times, although she just recently joined. If you have these boards and if you have these systems in place, wouldn't then everybody be able to be successful? Maybe it is because the business model is set up for most people to fail, that few people at the very top are able to profit. Let's see what the next lessons in leadership will bring us, and let's also see if I will still have the same background. When I see myself in the mini, tiny, far away viewfinder, I'm still a little bit confused, and I saw something in the corner and I thought, what are you? But it's a little moose. It's a little gift from Norway. That still confuses me because I'm still used to the very blank background. If you like these types of videos, then please consider subscribing. If you like this specific one, then give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something about this specific call, about Monat in general, about the new background, about the squeaky chair, about International Women's Day, that is the day that I'm filming this, on a sunny day, which I will utilize. Go out and grab some coffee and a piece of cake. Oh, that's actually what I will do. If you want to comment on cake, feel free to do that in the comment section down below. And if you like these types of videos and these lengthy outros, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!